whoa. Okay, yeah, sure.
And the burning just didn't go away. It's still there. There's like a clear discharge. Oh, shit, we're rolling. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Hey, James.
Yeah?
You ever dropped a plate on the head of your dick?
You're an asshole.
Will you send me a picture of it? I remember seeing the picture, but...
Of what?
Your dick, after you dropped the plate on it.
I did not. Did I send you a picture of that?
You didn't send it to me, but you showed me it. You definitely took a picture of it.
No. That's gone from existence.
That's not good.
At least it's somewhere on the cloud, probably somewhere. Okay.
We'll
go over this story because it's pretty epic in many ways because I am quite possibly
I've never heard of this happening.
Oh, bull.
Were you wearing underwear? Or are you just freeballing on that day?
No. What kind of question is that?
Are you
no, I was more than actually weightlifting.
Are you just packing like major fucking Greek heat in there?
Look, I cannot confirm or deny the Greek heat comment.
I've had people from Ogden whisper rumors to me. I'm not getting into that.
Yeah, let's
tell the story about you dropping the plate on your dick.
It's funny because I'm more comfortable talking about my unfortunate accidents than I am talking about the size of my penis. Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Rewind. That's actually...
There's no rewind button.
Okay. What's up? Yeah, all right, whatever.
Okay.
Anyways, let's get into this.
Okay.
So, I was during this time, I'd actually caused a stress fracture in my kneecap. I just gotta, give you some background to the story. So I wasn't able to do like squats or anything.
Okay, I think I kind of remember you having like a brace on your leg kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay.
So I didn't have the brace on the leg. This is before I broke my kneecap and I had the stress fracture, and the doctor told me, hey, you need to stop doing pretty much any lunging or squatting with your knee until it's stress fracture goes, otherwise it won't heal because the quad tendon keeps pulling on it. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So I'm doing muscle hang cleans at the gym, and at the particular gym I was going to, in Ogden, they had stacked their weights vertically. Yeah. The bumper plates vertically. So I got done doing my muscle hang cleans, and I'm putting them away, and it just so happens that the stack is about member high, waist high, member high, whatever. So I put one plate away. Yeah. It's a little bit higher now, a little bit closer to danger zone. I dropped the next plate, not realizing where I was at. Yeah. And because of this incident, I now stack my plates, pulling them to the side versus holding them forward. And I dropped it.
On the head of your dick?
Yes.
Yeah.
More or less. I dropped it on myself. And then, it snapped back like a rubber band, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, it hurt. So I'm like, ah! And now, so there was pain, and then there was fear.
Is my dick still there?
Yes. So I opened it up, I looked at it, it was like a plum, essentially. I'm like, oh, fuck. I gotta go to the VA. And you know what? I found out later that my mom was actually coming around into the room to say hi to me because she was there, and then sees me do that, and then just immediately runs over to the cardio equipment so she didn't have to interact with me. Like, oh my God. Did I just watch that happen? And as I'm leaving, my dad runs like, hey, where are you going? I'm all like, because me and my family had like a family pass to this place. I'm like, I dropped a 45-pound plate on myself. Rubber plate on myself. And he goes, oh my God, are you okay? Yeah. Because it it was like one of those weird silences that you drop one of it, like on like your foot. I'm like, I'm going to the emergency room because I don't know how bad this actually is.
You went to the emergency room?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I did. Wouldn't you?
Shit, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know if I would.
Imagine me going to the emergency room.
So the nurse looked at you.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, this is I also had to drive to the VA because this isn't considered a life-threatening injury, so therefore, VA Health would not cover my expenses at a normal emergency room.
Of course not.
So I drove to the VA, and they're all like, to me, it's life-threatening because
To you, it's legacy threatening.
Legacy threatening.
That's a whole, generation of boxes that could have been...
Anyways, fast forward. We got to the emergency room finally. And then I'm like, they're like, hey, what's your emergency? Trying to explain this story without sounding like a total dipshit. Right? And I was at the gym and I was stacking some 45-pound bumper plates and accidentally dropped one on the tip of my penis. And hearing her relay that message over and over again, and she just kept saying it over and over. I'm like, oh, how's the pain? Let's scale 1 through 10. Like, I don't even know what to say.
It's my penis. It's a fucking 14.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we need to go take a urine sample and do all this other stuff.
You had to pee?
Oh yeah.
Was there blood?
No.
Oh God.
Well, and then we get to the. I really hated the stories being recorded.
I love that the story's being recorded and your sister listens to every episode.
No. I had to listen to her fucking podcast, so this is only fair.
Yeah.
She gets to listen to this fucking story. So, again, I'm waiting in the back, and then the emergency doctor at the time is like, well, okay, well, let's take a look. He's like, okay, well, luckily for you, he's like, I know it's probably painful, but your everything's intact. If it was a couple of centimeters lower, you would have crushed your urethra, and you would have been fucking impotent.
Oh shit!
I'm all like, oh, thank Christ.
Yeah.
And then he calls the urologist, outside. He's like, yeah, I got a young male here, about 26, who dropped a 45-pound plate on his penis. And then every time I had to hear that, I'm just like, God, I'm fucking dumb. And then, because it never gets better here. Like, yeah, that's me. Yep, I'm that male who dropped the 45-pound plate on his
I'm
penis.
the 45-pound plate guy.
And then, he hangs up the phone, and the nurse next to him just fucking dies. He just does not stop laughing.
He laughs, that motherfucker has the balls to laugh. Fuck him.
He's like, ah! I'm all like, yeah, that was me. I'm all like, this could have gone one or two ways. I had the gun in my car. If it would have told me the other way, it would have crushed my urethra. I probably would have gone and put, one in my head because it's just like, I can't deal with this anymore.
Yeah.
But I end up having to so I was supposed to go load for a weightlifting event the next day.
Oh, shit.
And I wasn't going to go.
Yeah, no way.
I was just going to spend at home with a pound of ice in my lap.
Yeah.
But, anyways.
A bottle of whiskey
I ended up texting my coach. I'm all like, look, man, I severely injured myself tonight. I'll tell you about it later, but I cannot load for tomorrow's event.
Fuck, man.
Oh, God.
That is a rough story.
It's funny now that I look back on it.
Yeah. It was funny at the time, for me.
Oh, yeah, I bet it was really funny. Hey, guys, I can't make it to band practice. Dropped a 45-pound plate on my dick because I'm an idiot.
The picture.
No, there was no picture.
He had a picture of it. And it was a dickhead. A normal cockhead.
Oh, God.
Circumcised. Nice.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Nice and clean. But almost like an upside-down frown of a purple line. And that's where the plate landed. And that's where the bruising was. I'm so glad we told this story. James, any other injuries? You get injuries, man.
I get weird injuries. I mean, I did talk about the kneecap. I got a stress fracture, and I actually end up making that a displaced fracture after falling out of a handstand walk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you did.
Remember that ruined a Idaho show that we were supposed to go to?
Yeah.
We were supposed to play. So I gave it. At the same time, I had the split fracture in my kneecap.
How many surgeries have you had on your knee? And is it just both knee or
3.
one knee?
I've had one on the other knee to get some scar tissue removed.
Okay.
I had the other one was for the stress fracture that turned into a displaced fracture.
Yeah.
And then I had another one to get the screws out.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Which were causing me pain after a while.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's how VA healthcare works sometimes.
Oh, Christ.
They don't remember to do a follow-up surgery to get your screws removed.
You got screws in there? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was having like severe pain after playing volleyball one day, and I was going to drove myself to the VA emergency room because I'd already called these assholes like 3 or 4 times before to tell them like, hey, I'm supposed to make an appointment to get these screws removed because they're going to end up causing me pain later. And it was basically like I couldn't even walk downstairs. I'm like, okay. But screw it, go in the emergency room because then they'll have to make me an appointment. And they did. The doctor comes in, he's all like, yeah, we took an x-ray. Like, you got screws in that kneecap? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, how long have you had those in there? Like, a year and a half? They're like, oh, man, we should have had those out like 6 months afterwards. I'm all like, yeah, you don't say.
God damn, man.
Thanks, guys.
Who was it up to you to make that appointment, or was it up to them?
No, it was supposed to be up to them, and then it was up to me, and then I made the phone call. For the most part, when I get VA healthcare, like the surgery and stuff ends up going really well. It's just a process to get that stuff started. That's a pain in the ass.
That's so stupid, man. Those are your fucking veterans. We should take way better care of that kind of thing.
And like I said, like it's kind of frustrating because when I do get the services, they're usually really good. And I got VA Choice, which means if I'm on a waiting list for like 45 days plus, I get sent to an outside care provider.
Oh, okay.
And the VA will pay for it.
Yeah.
Like which was probably end up being the hiccup with getting those screws removed because an outside care provider put the screws in. Yeah. And then there was no follow-up appointment after that because the VA has to approve every single appointment made. Yeah. But
probably to cover all the payment and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at first they were trying to say, "Oh no, we didn't authorize that." That's my advice to any of my veteran friends or people receiving veteran benefits.
Yeah, I got a lot of veterans that listen on this show and stuff.
Save every bit of paperwork those fuckers send you. Because they sent me a letter saying, from this date to this day, you are allowed to get surgery from Dr. So-and-so. Right. And the VA will cover it. Yeah. And because I had that paper, basically what happened was the hospital kept sending me a bill for like $12,000. Yeah. Saying like, hey, you owe us money for the surgery. And I eventually got sick of it.
Getting that paperwork and shit.
So I went down to their financial office and was like, hey, I keep getting this paperwork, and I called the VA and they said they didn't have any paperwork for it. Yeah. And she's like, oh yeah, we called them too, and they said they never authorized that. And they kept a pretty detailed log of every time I called them and what they said. Oh fuck. I'm all like, well,
read this.
I got a letter from the VA. You see, there's their signature. There's this guy's signature from General so-and-so or whatever, and gave it to her. And she's like, oh, can I make a copy of this? I'm like, hey.
Please do.
Please do. Just stop calling me about this. And I never heard from them again after that. Yeah. Because, it also did give you a number with, a case number with it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, there are some things we could do better, but like I said, when I do get services from the VA, it's usually pretty good. It's just the administration portion to getting those services.
All the paperwork and all the shit like that, really following up with everything.
And they are trying to do better about, the services they provide.
I'd hope so. Yeah. Christ.
I mean, especially Phoenix VA, since they had kind of I think that was the one where they were having people dying and there was doctors taking
oh shit.
Leaving early to go play golf or some shit like that. Oh,
Christ.
I can't honestly tell you, which VA service it was, but it was a huge deal, and now they're trying to make things better.
Yeah, they fucking better.
All right.
God damn. That's fucked up. So many places.
I'm so glad the penis story is on the podcast for everyone else to hear.
It's here.
To be honest, I did write a Facebook post about it.
It's here forever.
Okay.
And I described your dick bruise in detail.
Jesus Christ.
Mom,
there's a good chance if you're listening to this, I was probably drunk when that happened.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mrs. Bockas.
Anyways.
Christ. All right. So, with your injuries and shit. Mm-hmm. Other than your dick. Like in hindsight, what could have prevented him?
One, a better understanding of recovery. And honestly, if I had to tell somebody of the mistakes people normally make when they get into fitness, they always think more is better. Let's look at this from a kind of like a diminishing returns standpoint.
Right.
If you're doing so much that you're not letting your body recover from your training, then you're not gaining anything.
Yeah.
That's why I said like recovery and nutrition do play a part in that's why it's so important for your gains.
Yeah.
Because you think about the weight training and all that is, breaking stuff down. It's your body's ability to adapt afterwards. But like, sleep, low stress, proper nutrition. That's, let's say if the weight training is the demolition to remodel the house, then all those things are to build the house back up.
Yeah. That's a perfect analogy, I think.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that eludes people because I'll be honest, when I first got into weight training, I thought, more is better. I got to keep doing more and more. And I never let my body recover. A book that I read by Mark Verstegen called Every Day is Game Day. I think that was the first book I read that played a lot into recovery and how important it is for building, essentially, your athletic base.
Yeah. So whenever you're at the gym or places working out, whatever, what are some of the common mistakes that you see people making?
Oh boy, I did a little Instagram post on this of like fitness pet peeves and shit like that.
Yeah.
But, common mistakes, definitely recovery. You'll see people who go in there all the time, and they're like can't explain why they're not getting any stronger. And part of it's because you're not letting yourself recover.
Yeah.
I think another one is. They're first starting to get in the gym. I think women
undergo like weight training, that kind of thing. I
think definitely more is better. That is a mindset that needs to change. Like more isn't necessarily better.
Yeah.
I'm a man of doing the minimal amount to get the greatest amount of return because it's like an investment. You're investing this time, you should be able to get the most out of that time that you should.
Yeah.
So if you're investing more time and you're not getting the most out of that time, then is that really a good return on investment?
Right.
And also I'm to backpedal onto my Andre Milanchev seminar. So this guy, fucking squats an abnormal amount.
Yeah, the guy's a monster.
Yeah, the guy's a monster. Bench presses, like, can't put in terms. I know he squats over like 1,000 pounds routinely, but how many times do you think that dude trains a week?
I don't know. Probably not very much, I bet.
Well, he's older.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Taking into account is your age and how well you can recover. When we did a seminar, he trains minimally twice a week.
Yeah.
At most 3 times a week.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
He does. He says he benches and squats every week.
Yeah.
He'll have a squat day and a bench day.
Yeah.
And then he'll do deadlift every other week.
Yeah.
They usually just he maintains his deadlift and will try to improve his squat and his bench press. But part of that plays into, he's older and he doesn't recover quite like he used to.
Yeah.
So that's why I say recovery is very important, especially taking into account how old you are. Like, one of my clients, who's actually my roommate out in Arizona, at first, when I told him, like, hey, he's let's put this into perspective. He is a nurse in the emergency department.
Yeah.
In a pretty big hospital in Arizona.
Yeah.
And he's working the night shift. And his schedule is not very consistent.
Oh, no. Nurses get fucked on their fucking hours.
Oh, yeah, no. It's all over the place. So I only program him the most 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Why would I program him any more than that?
Yeah.
like he's at, and I do this for two reasons. One, his recovery, obviously, his circadian rhythm's all over the fucking place. So why would I, want to continually break him down without giving him time to build back up, especially since he's not sleeping regularly.
Yeah, he's got a weird schedule.
He's got a weird schedule. And two, why would I give you something that I don't think you can achieve throughout the week?
Yeah.
Because this plays into kind of that sports psychology thing. Like, if you're thinking you're constantly failing at a program, then you're not going to stay on the program anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, well, this is like I'm worthless. I'm a piece of shit. I can't fucking stay.
Yeah, you get down on yourself.
And you just quit trying.
Yeah.
So why would I program him any more than 3 days a week, given all the circumstances?
Yeah.
If I don't think he could realistically achieve them.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you got to know what the fuck you're working with, like as far as hours you have to work and, if your schedule is going to change.
Oh, and I think and back to your biggest mistake thing, I think that's a mistake that I see it with a lot of people, is that they'll find like some Instagram fitness model or some athlete who's doing XYZ.
Yeah.
Athlete so-and-so is doing two-a-days. I should be doing two-a-days.
Yeah.
Professional athlete is also getting paid.
Yeah. That's their job.
Fuck ton of money. That is his job. And I think I did a presentation on Soviet-era weightlifting methodology.
Oh, yeah?
For one of my power transfer and plyometrics.
That would be fucking cool. Do you still have it?
Oh, yeah, I do. It's awesome.
I would love to read that shit.
I can give you some articles after we're done.
That'd be cool.
And I always found it... Okay. I think the Soviets were the first to really understand how recovery plays into building strength. And not just like a recovery. Let me give you some background. NSCA, National Strength and Conditioning Association, bases a lot of their linear progression programming off of what the Soviets were doing.
Oh, no shit.
And partially they get it right. Most of your high volume, low to moderate intensity is done at the first of the training period and then kind of tapers down and you go with higher intensity and low volume with higher rest periods because it's a little bit easier to recover from that and you want to be the strongest at the end towards competition.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
But if you really look at Soviet weightlifting methodology, it's the volume and the intensity changes from day to day. And I think they would first understand hey, because I beat the shit out of you on Monday because you had a long weekend, I got to lower the volume on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And maybe lower even a little bit lower on Wednesday, so we could still do the maximum amount of work that we can while still giving you the maximum amount of recovery, and then we'll bump up the volume a little bit on Thursday, and we'll go back down on Friday. You got to think of the recovery from the day-to-day standpoint.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because you maybe had a fucking animal of a workout on Monday,
right?
And that was your leg day. Then your upper body, you might maybe instead of doing 4 supersets today, I'm only going to do 2 supersets. And I'm going to at least probably hit, my bench. You still hit your main lift, but you don't do as much of the accessory stuff at the end. That's going to totally burn you out.
Yeah. Suicides and going to failure and all that stuff.
Yeah. You still got to think of your day-to-day work to work, what you're able to recover, but what you're able to get done.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is you're not, back to the professional athlete comment, you're not a professional athlete. You're not getting paid. That's not your only stressor is to do great. You have kids, you have a job, you have an irregular sleep schedule, you don't have your meals planned for you, so you can't work out for 2 a day, 4 times a week.
Yeah.
That's albeit the aggressive steroid use in the Eastern Bloc. What people are...
Those chicks had bigger balls than I do.
Yeah, exactly. For Soviets or the Bulgarians, that was their only job.
Yeah. They
pulled those kids, they went to school to be weightlifters or track athletes. That became your life.
Yeah.
And then your sleep was regulated. Your food intake was regulated.
Yeah.
On top of having your training, so like your family was taken care of.
Yeah.
You didn't have to worry about housing. All you had to worry about was lifting the weights prescribed.
All very Ivan Drago.
Oh yeah. Yeah, very like that is your job, that is your life. You don't have any other stressors. It's different in America. Like you can't we don't have government funded like Olympic athlete programs. And I always thought that was kind of funny because Soviet era, like Russians are really into like wrestling, collegiate wrestling, not WWE sort of shit.
Don't you knock WWE.
I'll do whatever the fuck
Son
I please.
Of a bitch. God damn.
They died with attitude era.
Shut up! It's coming back!
Anyways, and weightlifting and single effort events versus, America where we really like team sports.
Yeah.
Like we
love
football, baseball. And I think that comes with the territory a little bit. That there's a little bit of a social economic influence of that where in America, like when we, during the Cold War, we're like, capitalism, look at these big, ostentatious, and I can't steal this. Yeah. I got this from a professor in college because he made it very clear to me. He's like, oh yeah, we're, look at these ostentatious events. We can, big stadiums, advertising, capitalism made this all happen. And then in Russia, it was, look how strong, we got the strongest human beings ever due to, socialism, communism, that sort of thing. Yeah. Like it was very much like we had different aspects of where power came from.
Yeah, we were in a real pissing contest with them.
Yeah, exactly. To put it lightly, we were in a very big pissing contest. All right.
All right. So,
what else have we got?
Well, just like the common mistakes you were seeing in your little Instagram list, do you want to go over some of your little pet peeves?
Pet peeves. Let's see.
Gym pet peeves. Re-rack your weights.
Re-rack your... Maybe it's because I deal with athletes and they never fucking re-rack their weights.
I'm kind of a dick about it.
Oh, I'm definitely.
I'll re-rack everything except for the initial 245 plates on each side, and then I'm just like, you probably want to use those.
Yeah, unless you've never benched a day in your life.
Why are you in my gym?
I'm not that much. And I think that's a pet peeve of mine. Like, I hate it when people, take these videos of, like a fucking overweight person at a gym.
Oh, yeah, fuck all that shit. Fuck that shit.
Like, it's all like...
That's fucking gross.
I'm like, that's like taking a picture of an alcoholic at an AA meeting or somebody trying or going to rehab.
Someone who's about to kill themselves or something like that.
Yeah, it's like why are you documenting? Like, he sees an issue and he wants to try and fix it.
Yeah, have some class.
Yeah. Have some, and I guess that's another thing I hate these videos like people take. And never mind. Some of them I enjoy, like the people doing dumb shit in the gym, but others like...
Oh, I love those.
Like I said, the NFL player who was quartered.
Oh, yeah,
That's why he went we don't know the context of why he was doing
and
it.
all the internet professionals jumped in.
Every internet professional just fucking jumps down and they're like, well, what the fuck is this strength coach doing? I'm like, exactly. What is he doing? Like, is he... Like, are you not evaluating what the situation is? Because some people are actually squatting. Like, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Some of these guys aren't squatting to be better squatters.
Yeah.
They're squatting to be a better football player
for a purpose.
Or a better baseball player or a better basketball player.
Or maybe,
better sprinter. Like, if it's...
Maybe even, a better ambulance, EMT type person.
Oh, yeah.
There's, I need more strength in my leg. And
there is a lot of benefits that come with training to full range of motion.
Yeah.
But also knowing what your purpose is definitely changes that a little bit.
Yeah.
I think another thing is, and this is a trend that's been slowly going away, and I'm glad it is because... but women who lift weights are going to get bulky. That's
fuck that so hard.
And you know what? And people like to disagree with me on this, but I kind of thank CrossFit for sort of changing the direction of that.
Yeah.
Because it would be like it used to be before, like, oh, the only athletes that the female population would see would be like these bodybuilding athletes. Like, oh my god, that's gross. That's they identify as being feminine.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, that's not very feminine. And then, you see like these CrossFit athletes who are like, oh, they've managed to maintain some of that feminine identity, but like they're like, wait, she looks like that, and she can clean and jerk 225 pounds?
Holy shit.
Holy shit. I'm like, is that what I should be doing?
Yeah.
And
I really think that like CrossFit just, people love to shit all over CrossFit.
Oh, they do.
People just love to shit on CrossFit.
And the thing is that CrossFit made every other strength sport, CrossFit made every other strength sport better.
Yeah.
Partially because, one, like I said, it made it more available for women to weight train.
Yeah.
So, like, even like, what's her name? Pretty awesome powerlifter, Steffi Cohen.
Yeah.
Can deadlift more than I could ever hope for.
Yeah.
Even if it is sumo. Fuck you all for shitting on that, too.
I shit on it.
I think she got her start in CrossFit.
Yeah.
So did Caitlin Nye, who is like a collegiate. She is on the world team for America for USA weightlifting.
That's awesome. Oh yeah,
she's strong as fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Same with what's her name? Maddie Rogers.
But strong women, that's a fucking cool thing.
No, I think it's awesome. It's like, I'm glad like the dynamic is kind of changing to that way. Like, hey, you could still be feminine. There's nothing like, this isn't like a male exclusive leisure. This is for everybody.
You're not gonna look like fucking like China.
No, you're not. You're not gonna look. You're not gonna look like a dude. One, you don't have the money for the drugs that they're taking to.
She did steroids. Everyone fucking knows that.
I'm not even talking about China. I'm just talking about just like any, like the atypical female bodybuilder. Like, yeah, you're not on the drugs, and you also don't have the money. Even if you did, you probably also don't have the money to increase that food intake.
Yeah.
To that caloric density to make yourself that bulky.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I'm glad like the dynamics sort of changing, that women can also enjoy those things, because I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody else should, like if we rewind a little bit to the part where I said about mindfulness, everybody should be.
I can't rewind anything.
No, I don't mean like actually rewind.
You mean he wants me to rewind? I can't do it.
Fuck sakes, Joe. If you rewind back to the part one, everybody should be like, I enjoy doing this because it gets me in the moment, so I feel like everybody else should enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I have to tap on like, my experience working with professional athletes or collegiate athletes, I enjoy working with women athletes more than I do with men.
Yeah. Is that because they got boobies?
No, that's... Come on, I am a man of class and elegance,
arrogance,
something like that. No,
that's why I would enjoy
because
they're cute.
It's a weird thing, and I first came into contact with this when I was in the Navy. I was teaching people how to shoot. When you're a dude, it's like, oh, cowboys and Indians, like, I know how to shoot.
Yeah. And
you just have a myriad of bad habits.
Yeah.
Well, most of the collegiate, like, female athletes or professional athletes, like, it wasn't, like, at the time, years back, it wasn't normally seen for women to be in the weight room.
Yeah.
So they don't have any habits.
Yeah.
But therefore, because they don't have any habits, one, you're a little bit more receptive to me trying to teach you how to do something.
Right.
And two, you don't have any habits, so I get to So there also isn't any bad habits. There's not any good habits.
Yeah.
But it's easier for me to teach somebody who doesn't think they already know how to do something.
Well, it's kind of funny because it reminds me of the conversation I had with.
They're also way more. What's the word?
Humble.
Yeah, great. Yeah,
grateful.
Great. Like sometimes I'll like fucking teach like a football player, like, oh, this is how you're supposed to clean. Like, yeah, fuck off, dude. I've been doing this for like 4 years. I'm like, fair enough.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. You have to. There's a little bit of like a bravado sort of thing. Like, you can't fucking tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I'm bigger than you. Fuck you.
I could see that. Yeah.
And with female, that's who I typically work with. Like, it's just easier for me, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I've heard that actually with from an interview I did with my buddy Ryan Sorensen. And he was talking about shooting and teaching people how to shoot. And he was saying that his favorite people to teach how to shoot are always women.
Yep.
Because women will have more focus and they won't have all these bad habits that men are walking into the shooting range using.
And I can honestly agree with that because I did a little bit of range coaching when I was in the Navy.
Yeah.
And 100% the women range participants we had were always easier for me to teach and always easier for me to get better than the male participants. Because they don't have a myriad of like fucking shitty habits of like, anticipating trigger pull and shit like that.
Yeah. That was one for me to fucking get over was anticipating trigger pull.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, dude, it's like, oh, I know it's coming.
Yeah. See that? I pulled the trigger. It was amazing. I didn't hit anything. It was incredible. You guys all see that?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's all like, it's like I said, there's a little bit sort of like, oh, I'm a dude. I should know how to shoot guns.
Yeah, I need to know this. Yeah.
And I swear to God, like I said, like the women service members were a lot easier for me to get good habits into than men's service members were.
And he said the exact same thing. He said, actually, most of the women at the beginning will outshoot the men.
Yeah, because you don't have fucking bad. Like they're all like, oh, you don't have any habits.
Yeah,
but that's better than having bad habits.
Yeah, like a clean slate's better than a like big fucking cluttered slate that you have to clean and then rebuild.
Yeah, rebuild, and then even then, like you sometimes have those bad habits that rear their ugly heads. Even me, I'm not perfect at all. Like I have an issue with, especially in the clean and jerk, where I will dip quicker than the bar is actually falling.
Yeah.
So I actually need to slow my dip in the jerk down.
Yeah.
Before I go into the jerk, because I drop so quickly that I'll hit the bar back on the way up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like I'm dropping quicker than the way.
It does from a person from the inside looking out. Basically what he's saying is like when you're doing a clean jerk, you lift from the ground. You get to about the part where your knee is. No. Is that right?
Nope. I'm talking about when you've already cleaned it and you're up and you're ready to jerk it overhead.
Okay. So try to explain that a little bit.
So basically, you take a little bend at the knee and then explode up to get the power from your legs to drive the weight overhead.
Yeah. So it's like a leg drive.
And then wedge yourself under the bar. Sometimes I drop into that position so quickly, actually quite often, that I am dropping in the bar without keeping the bar against my chest.
Okay.
So it will basically, I drop, the bar's not with me, and then I come back up and the bar's still coming down. Okay.
I was misunderstanding the starting position on your clean jerk, what you were talking about. Are you looking for, mister? Your penis?
No.
You want a pen?
No, it's still there. Yeah,
pen. Pen?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I have a pen. He's like, give me the pen! He's gonna make a diagram. We only got 5 minutes left, James. You better hurry up. He's saying, fuck you.
Oh, we only have 5 minutes left.
He's saying, what? Pee break? Jesus Christ, man. All right.
All right.
And we're rolling.
Okay. So,
they didn't know we paused.
Oh,
all they heard was like our conversation before.
Oh, just the.
And now I just said, and we're rolling. He said pee bake. Pee bake. He said pee bake.
Yeah, because apparently, yeah.
You want to bake a pee. What?
Anyways, let's see. We were talking about stuff that annoys me in the gym.
Yeah, we were. The dude that doesn't re-rack his weights.
Yeah, everybody hates that dude.
I am
dude
that
who
dude.
does bicep curls in the squat rack.
Fuck that shit. I'll do what I want.
Yeah, exactly. It's my squat rack. I'm doing what I want.
Yeah. I got here before you. Fuck my fucking ass.
Yeah.
But don't really. That's gross. That was a Freudian slip, and I didn't mean for it to happen.
Something you want to tell us?
No, there isn't. It's just called a slip.
No. I went to counseling about this.
I went to a whole restructuring thing at our church about this.
Jesus.
Exactly, and that's the point, James. Jesus Christ.
All right. I guess one thing that bothers me is that there's this notion of functional and non-functional hypertrophy.
Yeah.
Which is basically they think anything that just given you that isn't directly adding to strength as well as muscle growth is not functional, which I'm going to argue and say that it is.
Yeah.
Lifting, like for one thing, there's a lot of studies that analyze a cumulative volume load versus just lifting by intensity is better for you for overall muscle growth than just lifting based off intensity. So,
okay.
But think of it this way: lifting with 150 pounds one time versus lifting with 15 pounds 20 times.
Yeah. Okay.
See how that
I would go for the higher weight myself.
Yeah, you go for the higher weight, but lifting at the lower weight for more repetitions.
Yeah.
There's an accumulative volume load for that. And that's what's kind of what we're seeing, what us in the industry are saying, like, oh, okay, so accumulative volume load has some sort of direct correlation with overall muscle build, growth.
Okay.
So like I said, lifting with 15 pounds 20 times.
Right.
So let's do some math right now.
Oh, God, he's doing math. Getting a nosebleed. I have a calculator on my phone. I'll just multiply it for you. Here, look at this.
So
15 times 20?
Yeah, and that's 300 pounds versus lifting 150 pounds one time.
Yeah, but get that person to lift 300 pounds one time.
Well, yeah, but that's what, how many more seconds we got?
We got 2 minutes, but we'll continue on part 3.
So lifting with 300 pounds one time, if you can do it.
I almost would rather do the 300 pounds one time.
Yeah, exactly, because it's one time.
But that's for me.
And that's not as fatiguing. But you also need the neural adaptation that comes with lifting with that high of intensity.
Yeah.
It's why you might see bodybuilders that are like friggin' huge that can't lift that much weight.
Yeah.
Like, not lift as much as you think they would be able to lift.
Right.
Because there is a skill that comes with that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, having a bigger muscle is a stronger muscle.
Yeah.
As long as you develop the neural pathway to lift that much weight.
Yeah. So conditioning, I think, is
proper adaptation for the stimulus you're applying.
What? He said it in Latin. Say that for the white trash people.
White trash people.
Yes.
Doing the thing.
That their thing?
That their thing that is more like the thing you want to do.
Okay. Yeah. That was perfect, man. All right. We're going to stop right there. Catch us on part 3 where James talks more about doing that there thing.
That there thing.